Hello, welcome to today's episode of the Law Show. My name is Dele Igbinedion. I want to thank all of you who have been following us on all the social media platforms and watching our shows on law. I thank you so much. But if you are coming for the first time, you are just watching for the first time, well, welcome. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and let us know that you stopped by. Now, we did a show. Actually, I think we've done two. The first one was on how to sue a doctor for medical negligence. And then we did a part 2, 4 ways to discipline a Nigerian doctor who is negligent. And then there were comments from people who said, why don't you bring a real patient, a real person who has gone through this experience? Because some of the examples that I gave, they felt that they were rather I made them up, like they were unrealistic. So I promised I was going to, look for somebody and bring somebody, and we didn't have to look far. So we have with us right here in the studios, Mr. Odidi Stephen. Odidi Stephen. He's going to tell his story. He tells me that his ordeal with the Nigerian doctors and how the Nigerian doctor almost crippled him, almost turned him into an amputee, almost had to amputate his leg for nothing, negligently. So, we're going to hear from Mr. Odidi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
I will talk with him. We'll take a short break and then we'll be right back. Don't go away. 24 hours, 7 days a week. You can find your favorite program, Law and You, only on Pinnacle TV. So, Mr. Odidi, tell us what happened to you. I mean, when did you have your accident? What year was that?
2013, December 25.
2013, December 25.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to raise your voice a little bit.
2013, December 25, I was on my way home from Auchi to Agenebude.
Okay.
When I had that accident.
So you were driving?
Yeah.
Or you were
I was a passenger.
You were a passenger, okay. Yes. So there was some collision or
yes,
so. What
there was a head-on collision. 2 people died in that accident from the other vehicle that collided with our own.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was rushed to Faith Medical Center in Auchi.
In Auchi, okay.
Yes. Where I had a fracture on my femur bone, okay, close to my hip.
So there was a fracture on your femur bone?
Yes.
Okay, close to your hip. Now, yes. The femur is the bone between the knee and the hip.
Yes.
Okay, so that long bone,
yes,
there was a fracture.
Yes.
Okay.
So I came to that hospital and they said that they will, do an operation to unite or to bring the bone together.
Okay.
And I will be fine in 6 months. That everything will be fine. Now, as soon as they do that operation, everything will be fine. And they charged me. After everything, I had spent more than $500,000.
Okay.
And they said in 6 months I'll be able to walk. So in 6 months, the operation didn't work. So they now reschedule another operation again.
So they did the first one immediately after you were admitted?
Yes. They did the first one January, okay. So yes. Which was about a month, less than a month after the accident. Okay. So they did the second one June.
They did the second one another 6 months. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
June they did the second one. So all after the second operation.
Yes.
The one cut I had on my femur bone had become, now have 3 breakage like this and a torn bone at the center.
No, so that we understand it well. But when you went to the hospital, at the time you were admitted after the accident, yeah, you had only one sort of breakage,
yes,
if we can call it a breakage.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
So the bone had just broke in one place.
One place.
Now, what did they do actually?
They did a surgery, yes, on my bone,
yes,
and put a plate.
So they put a plate.
Yes, to hold
apparently
it
to
together.
hold the bone into place.
Yes.
Okay. And
in that plate, there's 10 screw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
so they held the plate into place.
Yes,
with 10 screws.
With 10 screws, 4-inch screw.
Oh, I don't understand when you say screw. What do you mean by screw?
Screw. The normal screw you are seeing, they are just 10, 4 inches, 10 like that. They put 10 on my legs. I still have them. So they put them like that.
How did they put them?
They use the drilling machine.
No.
They use drilling machine. You see the drilling machine, they'll on it and they'll put a hole on your bone and screw that 4 inches to your bone.
Oh man.
So
they did that 10 times.
10 times.
10 places.
10 times. Yes, in 10 places.
Oh Jesus.
So that was the first surgery. When the first
did that work?
failed, it didn't work. It failed.
It failed.
Yes. When that
So they had 10 screws.
Yeah.
On the holding the and it failed.
It failed.
So
the second operation, they brought a plate.
So they removed those ones.
They removed those ones and bring another plate and put it again. And that plate they brought from the onset, the plate they brought from their store,
yes,
was bent. You could see that it was bent. But they said that was the only available plate as at that time, and that this plate were nowhere in the whole of Edo State, only in Ibadan UCH. That's where they get the plate from. But this is the only one available now. So they had to fix it like that on my legs.
So they brought a plate.
That was slightly bent.
What does the plate look like? Is it like a long?
It's a mentor. It's a mentor.
Like a long one,
yes,
sort of.
A long one, but very tiny.
Okay, tiny.
It's like this.
Okay, can I have that? Let's just have that like a rule. Yeah, can we just have that? Don't worry. Okay. So is it? Can we just compare?
Yeah, it's half of this thing like.
Okay, half of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Half of this thing like this.
Okay.
To somewhere like this.
Okay.
So, but there are holes like this.
So they're already holes.
Yes.
Okay.
They are already holes.
Yes.
So that's where the screw will go.
So they will put that inside.
Yes.
And then screw it with a
drilling machine. Yes.
Not the one that makes noise. Not
drilling machine. They plug it to the electricity. You hear it on your bone. Now, when I got to India,
Nigerian doctors.
When I got to India,
before we talk about talk about India.
When I got to India, I didn't see all those tools and equipment in India.
No, before we talk about how you got to India, so they did this second operation in June.
Yes.
They removed the former 10 screws.
Yes, and put another 10.
And put fresh 10 with the metal plate bent.
Yes.
So they had to sort of.
They just put it like that. So they told me that was the only thing available, and that in the whole of Edo State, that they don't have this.
No, this people that are doing this, are they quacks? I mean, because some people have said that there's a difference between professional doctors and quacks, and the people I talked about on my show were these more quacks, or are they just young?
It was the chief orthopedic doctor from Irua that comes to this private.
Chief orthopedic doctor.
Yes, from
Irua, not Irua Specialist Hospital.
Irua Specialist Hospital.
The chief orthopedic doctor from Irua Specialist Hospital.
Dr. Wekeke.
Oh my goodness. Chief orthopedic doctor was the one doing this.
Yes, he's the chief orthopedic doctor in Irua Specialist Hospital, who eventually told me that they treat, it is only God that heals.
Say again.
He said they treat, it's God that heals.
Who are the day doctors treat?
I said doctor treat, but God heals, and there's nothing he could do that my bone is not growing. Doesn't know why it's not growing either, and I had to pay 10,000 to get a reference letter.
No. Say it again. You. So when he couldn't help you again, I mean, first we had gone ahead of ourselves. You said they removed the old screws. They put 10 new screws.
Yes.
Did that work?
It was even worse.
It was worse.
Yes, because if you go to the X-ray, as time progresses,
you have X-rays.
Yes, I have X-rays.
Yes.
As time progresses, you see that the thing gets bad, or the condition or the breakage became more.
So let me just understand for the sake of the viewers. So they had the first time they put 10 screws with 10 holes.
Yeah.
So when they brought the second plate that was bent, did they just put it in the former hole?
No, you have to drill another hole, because if you put it in a former hole,
Yes.
it will not stay. It cannot hold.
So they
make another 10 holes. So you now have 20 holes on my bone. And that was what led to the torn bone, because those holes had become too close. They now collapse into each other.
They now collapse into each other.
Yes. So you now have a torn bone.
Yeah.
And 3 breakage. 1 inch breakage like this. So they themselves were now confused. Looking at the X-ray, they knew that they couldn't do another operation, because probably there were no space to put more hole. So
by this time, how were you now feeling?
Terrible. I couldn't walk for 2 years. My armpit and my feet, the only one I was using, my armpit had become black from the clutches I was using. And it was now going to about 2 years that we've had this experience. And the only...
So you were in the hospital for 2 years?
I was in the hospital for like 3 months. I came back again for like another 2 weeks after the second operation. Then I went home, but I visit. Probably it gives me like 2 weeks visit. I come every two weeks when he's around, because he's a government employee in the Irua Specialist Hospital where he is.
Okay.
So he comes there for he does that.
He does like a private practice there. So it's when he's coming, that when it's scheduled, I'll give you an appointment.
Yes,
and then he comes to check to see if you are getting better.
Yes.
At this point, you weren't getting better.
I was buying drugs. Apart from the medical this thing that I pay for drugs. All my drugs that I was using, I was paying for them.
So, I mean, were you better?
At this time, I lost all hope of ever putting my feet on the ground again. I didn't even know whether I will walk again.
So when you put your feet on the ground, what happened?
You can't even put it on the ground. If I just say, let me rest on it a little,
yes,
the screws will start coming out.
The screws start coming out.
Look, at this time around, from the X-ray, you will be scared. The doctors are also scared. Everybody is scared. Even me, I just managed. I said, is this my bone? I'll bring the X-ray for you to see. I'll say, is this my bone? It wasn't possible from what they were saying and what I was seeing the X-ray.
Yes.
They didn't know what to do, and it wasn't possible that I was going to walk again. If I had continued in Nigeria by now, I would have been amputated.
So that from that December when the accident happened, they did the first operation in January, and then the second one in June.
Yeah.
So you stayed in that course of treatment with that doctor for how long? You say 2 years?
Yes.
Before you decided
before I decided to travel to India.
So how long? But how much did it cost? Just
in India?
No, here in
Nigeria. Everything, I spent more than ₦1 million in that hospital.
So at the end, they didn't give you joy. Did they refund your money?
You see, when I came back from India, I walked into that hospital.
Yes.
And they looked at me and say, they said, thank God, this, that one. And I told them, I said, you just took my money and you didn't even know what you were doing, and Jesus. You didn't even know what you were doing, not even apology. Not even say, sorry, we thought. So they didn't no apology, no remorse.
Okay, tell us about how you went to India.
Now,
were they helpful? Was the hospital helpful? They did do everything they could to help
in
you?
India?
No, from Nigeria.
From Nigeria, I had to pay another 10,000 naira to the same hospital to get a letter-headed paper for their reference to India.
So after they collected $1 million from you,
$1 million,
they couldn't treat you. Now you wanted to go to India for them to give you a referral letter.
10,000.
You pay them another 10,000 naira.
So when I eventually got to India,
Yes, when you got to India.
there was a drama at the international reception in Apollo Hospital where I came for the treatment.
Yes.
I saw an robo man there, a black man, and the man said, "Bros, you don't come? You don't waka? Ah, you don't feel waka? Look, bros, drink tea or you want coffee or tea or milk." I was looking at the man. The man said, "You don't feel waka? As you don't reach here, you don't waka." He was so happy and was demonstrating. I said, "These Indian people, perhaps they've hired somebody here to advertise for them."
Okay.
Because I had lost confidence and hope in hospitals and in doctors. So, but the man was so happy and was. So I was just looking at him. He said, "Look, drink tea. They're too much for you." And then I was just looking at him. So after some time, the man said, "Bros, you know why they talk like this? For 15 years, my wife no sleep. My wife had gone insane. But bros, now 3 days ago I come here, my wife they sleep now."
Hey.
So they're too much. He shouted again. He raised up his hand. He said they're too much. He said, "Indian, una too much. Una too much." He said, "Bros, as I'm speaking with you now," he said, "my wife is sleeping." He said, "I and my wife will work in oil company. Money wasn't problem. We've gone around all the hospitals in Nigeria." He said, "For 15 years, my wife couldn't sleep." He said, 3 days, they just gave her drugs." He said, "Look, my wife is sleeping." He said, "Bros, my wife, they sleep."
The man was just talking.
He was talking. So I when I said, maybe God will help me here, maybe
Yes.
I will be able to work. But they now said deposit $1,000.
Okay.
So I deposited that $1,000. Look, doctors were let loose
Oh.
from nowhere. So I'm your physician, I'm your orthopedics, I am your gynecologist. It's a bone. Do you? He said, "No, we will run." They run a test from your brain to your feet. They do your lungs, your heart, everything. And they were so happy. The nurse are so they are so mannered, so friendly. I say, "What?" They brought me to the X-ray room and they said, "Can you stand?" I was trying to get up. They said, "No, don't worry.
Yes.
We'll pick you from anywhere."
You pick it from anywhere. Anywhere.
Oh,
you are,
no,
they will do.
the cameras were everywhere, moving around the place. So they will pick you from anywhere. They picked me, and instantly the doctors came. The doctors began to come and bring their laptops. Say, "Oh, we've seen your
So it's
case."
not like in Nigeria where whether you are dying or not, they will carry
They'll
you. They
carry
will
you.
put you inside.
They say, "You know you are coming here. Why did you wear trouser?"
In Nigeria, they will ask you,
"Why do you wear trouser? You know you are coming for X-ray
X-ray,
today."
because you have to remove
You have to
everything.
you have to remove everything.
Yes. But there.
No, on my clothes they pick me. On my clothes. They took it on my clothes and they sent it to all the laptop. And you see, all this thing did not, amaze me. What amazed me, what gave me, the happiest thing I saw in the treatment or with the Indian people was that in my discharge file, they wrote on it, if this treatment does not address the purpose for which you came to this hospital, come back for a full refund of your money.
Are you serious?
They signed. They said, look, if this treatment failed, if this surgery failed, and this surgery does not address the purpose, and they state the purpose for which I came,
yes,
non-union of your femur bone, and everything that you came for, say, come back for a full refund. They wrote it, they say a full refund of your money, and they signed. I will bring my discharge file for you to see. So, meanwhile, in Nigeria, when I went for the second operation,
yes,
they billed me as much as they billed me for the first one.
Even though the first one failed?
When I couldn't even, pay all the money, they blocked my car.
They blocked your car?
Yes, I still remember. I still see the man sometime. They called, it was their secretary then. They blocked my car. They say I will not go. I said, no, I will still come back for checkup and this. What is the left? They said what is left was 20,000. I said, I've paid all this money just for 20,000 naira. I have been coming here. They say no. I now say, hey, I said I'll call the police for you people. So before the doctor, when I said they should go and call police for them, before the doctor that say they should let me go, I said, you did the first operation and it didn't work. This one, how do we know whether it will work? Let me go. They said no. So when I now say I'll call police, before they allow me to go. And you know, I still pay that money. I'm not owing them 1 naira. I have their receipt. If I bring the receipt, there are very many.
Okay, now tell me about, I mean, so you were in Nigeria for 2 years, you didn't work.
Yes.
So when you got to India, you stayed there for another 2 years before you worked?
When I got to India, I was in that hospital for 2 weeks. And
you were in the hospital for
2 weeks. They don't keep you beyond 2 weeks.
Not 2 months?
No. 2 weeks. They told me, they said in 8 weeks you work. I was sharing a room with a Uganda patient that was having leukemia. And they were treating leukemia like malaria. Your bypass is successful, you're doing wonderful, they play with you. They'll give you food 3 times. Even your dietitian will come to you and say, I am your dietitian. Are you enjoying your meal?
Your what?
Dietitian.
That is a doctor that is responsible
for your food.
For your food.
So she comes to me and say, "Oh, are you enjoying your food?" I said, "No, I'm a black man. I want to swallow." I said, "Oh." I say, "You have a goosey soup." He said, "Oh no, I saw your condition. If you want me to change the eggs to fish, I can do that. But you don't eat meat." And they give you geese egg. Not just chicken egg, they give you geese egg. Yes, and they give you pure natural milk. Pure natural milk, not evaporated milk.
This is hospital, not hotel.
Look, they clean your room 4 times.
In a month?
In a day.
They clean your patient's room 4 times in a day.
It is the supervisor that comes last. He will still clean. Look, in fact, you can just go there, yourself. The person I took with me,
yes,
my attendant, she was more or less useless because she had nothing to do. She was just even eating. They also give her, you and your attendant, they give you food, and it's complimentary, it's free. Food, free.
It's complimentary.
Yes, that's what they told you. We don't charge you for this thing. Milk, pure milk, no sugar.
Okay, before you make me want to go to India. Let's now. So you said you were in that hospital for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And in the 2 weeks, what happened to you compared to what the chief orthopedic man did in Nigeria?
In 2 weeks,
yes,
after the operation, like in Nigeria, they will sedate you from your spine.
Yes.
And this place,
they call it epidural. They have to put it at your back. Inject you.
So your leg, you'll be looking at them.
Very painful.
So, but in the Indian case, they say just look at this light.
Look at the light.
Yes. As soon as I looked at the light, before I blinked my eyes twice, yes, I was gone. So I went off.
Yes.
So when I woke up, you're true. They say, you're a strong man. You're up. So instantly, they say, we don't want you to force yourself to breathe. They put an oxygen. You say, I can breathe. No. They say, no. They put an oxygen on you. There's an oxygen to every bed.
There's an oxygen to every bed.
Look. There's an oxygen to every bed. So they put that oxygen on you. Then they also feed some blood circulatory machine, some vibrating machine on my feet. And they told me that in 8 weeks, which is 2 months, I'll be able to walk. And in less than 2 weeks, they now discharged me. After the operation in the Indian hospital, they told me that the hospital environment wasn't good, that I should go to my hotel room. So I went to my hotel room because I had a month visa.
Okay.
So I now came back again to the hospital for checkup and all that, and they said I was doing very well. That in another month I'll be able to walk, but they now certify me fit to fly. that I can fly.
That's after 1 month?
Yes, after 1 month. After 1 month, from the way they put you together, put the bone together, you feel it that after they you see, in India I saw a plaster that could stay from here to from this place to this place, that could take my whole leg. So when they lose all these things, the stitches and all that, the stitches are staplers.
The stitches are staplers?
Yes, now not thread and needle. They are stapler, like this. So when they lose those stitches, they told me that I was fit to fly. That I could now.
But by this time, you were still using crutches or wheelchair?
No, by this time, I was still using my crutches.
Crutches, okay.
And they said I should wait for that 8 weeks.
Yes, okay.
So, but I can go now.
Yes.
So they did another X-ray and they now discharged me, where they wrote on the discharge file that if this treatment does not address my complaint for which I came to this hospital, I should come back for a full refund, and they signed. So when I came back and it was like 8 weeks, I called my doctor.
So you came back to Nigeria?
Yes.
After 1 month or 2 months?
After 1 month.
So you were only in India for 1 month?
I was in India for 1 month. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
And then in the hotel for 2 weeks?
In the hotel for another 2 weeks. So I came back to Nigeria when it was like 8 weeks.
Yes.
I called them. I said, it's 8 weeks. Can I put my feet on the ground? They said, go ahead. I said, I used to stay like 6 months. Then no, I said, go ahead. That I was supposed to be working all this while. That I should not be scared. That it's just something in my head that's telling me that I am still having problem, but I have been treated. I said, are you sure? So I put my feet on the ground, and for like 2 years now I've not been working.
Yes.
So I started doing it. But my surprise was that there was nothing like although what I used to feel in the Nigeria, I would feel the screw going off, but this one wasn't like that. But I said, I raised the leg, it's normal. I put it out, it's normal. I said, these people, is it that this thing is going to work? But I started walking. I left the clutches. I bought a walking stick. Before you know, I threw away the walking stick. I started walking. Since then, I've been walking. I started driving. And the Nigerian doctors, they said I should not, make love to my wife. If I'm making love, if I make love, that the bone will not. So, but I asked the Indian doctor. They said I should go ahead. So I had 2 kids.
You have 2 kids.
And I've been walking. And in fact, I don't even know whether there's an iron on my feet. And the Indian this thing, they only had it here and here.
As around the knee and around the hip.
Yes, because the whole bone here was torn.
Was torn.
And I had like 4
So what were their comments about the Nigerian doctors?
No, what they said, when they looked at my X-ray, and they looked at me and
when
they
you
said,
first got there,
they said, you couldn't do this in your country. So you couldn't do this in your country. I said, what? I did it twice. And it didn't work. So the man just shook his head. So, and the Indian doctors or the Indian hospital, they looked at the condition of your bone and go and fabricate a mentor that will match or that will work on your fracture.
Unlike Nigeria,
where they go to the store,
where they got the bent one.
Even the bent one, the one they put on my feet is bent. I have it.
You still have it?
Yes, they package it. The Indian people, they package it. They seal it.
For you?
Yes, they gave it to me.
Take it away.
They seal it. The screw, the 10 screw, they are sealed.
What did they think about this? Like the screw?
No. They just look at. They just laugh. You know that Nigeria is spending like $20 billion annually in India for medical tourism. You see the hospitals everywhere, and you see Nigerians from Goita. I saw a boy from Benin here, who had operation, and his stomach was now swollen.
In there or here?
In India.
He did the operation here.
In here. He did the operation
and
here.
his stomach was swollen here.
Swollen. So he came to India. In 2 weeks, he could wear a suit.
Hi.
I saw another young man. He said, we're from Botswana. I said, I'm from Nigeria. He said, I just gave my kidney to my sister last week. And they were playing up and down. Look, if you ever been to that hospital, you can. When I came to Nigeria, I went to UBTH.
UBTH, that's University of Benin Teaching Hospital. Teaching hospital.
Yes, it was like, you know what? It was just like a motor park. It was full. It was fitted to me, very dirty. I just looked. I said, "Oh no, this UBTH." I said, "What is this?" Look, as soon as they said deposit $1,000,
yes.
As soon as I did that, doctors and nurses, doctors were let loose. I didn't know where they were coming from. I saw more than 20 doctors.
All came to you.
Yes, even my eyes. Then another one came. I've forgotten what he said. I said, "What doctor is that?" He said, "Your nose, your ear, EMT, what have you?" He started telling me all those things. Another one came with a sketch of my feet and everything, and they brought some stockies and wore it on me, and that stockies will hold your flesh together. No, if you ever been to that hospital, you can. Since I came back from India, I can't go to. I've not been to any Nigerian hospital. If I go to the place, they just I just laugh. In 2 weeks, I was in that hospital. I didn't hear anybody died.
In 2 weeks,
I didn't hear anybody die. The way, the passion they have for the job, for the human beings, you'll be amazed. I initially thought that, these white people, they could be funny, but they were more compassionate than even the Nigerian people. Even the Nigerian. No nurse ever insulted me. I would say, I like to see your hair. They'll turn their head because their hair long to their waist.
Yes.
They'll show me. I said, "Can I touch it?" Say, "Yes, touch it." I said, "Mr. Steven." They play with you. My dietitian comes to me every morning. "Are you enjoying your meal?" I said, "No, I want to swallow. I'm an African man." I said, "No, I saw your health condition. You can take carbohydrate. I will put fish for you. If you don't like eggs, I will do this." And you get your food before 8. You get the afternoon food before 12. You get the other one before 6.
Religiously.
What
about light?
Oh no!
Nepa will take light.
I never saw that.
In the middle of operation. Oh.
I never saw that. Even in fact, in Nigeria hospital here, they charge me for diesel.
They charge you for diesel?
Yes, and I bought the money fresh, the one they used to wash my leg.
That's
the
like
liquid soap. Yes,
liquid soap.
Yes, I bought it.
To buy that.
Yes, I bought it.
After paying for the
yes,
for the
I bought the cotton wool. I bought the spirit.
You know what someone told me after watching the show on how to sue doctors for medical negligence. He told me he went for his wife. Somebody was doing an operation and there was no light, so he had his phone.
Yeah.
He had to put his phone on for the doctor to see what they were doing.
Look,
did that happen there?
No, let me tell you a story. I from the airport was dark.
That's in Lagos.
In Lagos.
Yeah.
So when I left India at 4 a.m.
Yes.
I saw light till we got to about 1,000, 2,000 up till we now got to about 3,000. I was seeing light in India. And when I was in the national airport, I said, this place is beautiful. Nigeria, try. So when I was coming back, when I saw the international airport, Nigeria, for the first time I realized they were not having lift.
No elevator.
No elevator.
Yes.
If you go to Dubai, when I saw Dubai airport, my brother, 5 lifts like this, transparent. They're coming. When I went to Dubai airport, when I saw Indian airport, and in India airport there was a mystery there, and I asked my friends, I said, what happened? There was a grave at the airport. I said, what happened? Why do you have a grave here? He said, that man is the one who designed this airport. And he omitted certain designs.
He omitted certain designs?
Yes, that's why they executed him and buried him in the airport. And this airport, look, there's a kind of 3 bridge like this. If you see that airport, and for which this guy was still executed because he omitted certain design.
For negligence.
Yes. So they killed him. It was that was corruption.
Yes.
That kind of airport is nowhere in Nigeria.
For which they still executed the man.
Executed the man. So the grave is there. If you go to that airport. So I've been seeing all those things and seen an hospital that is, you know, if you come back, when I came back tonight, when I walked into the hospital,
yes, at the
Faith Medical District,
yes.
Well, in Auchi, when I went there, they all of them, we're happy to see you like this again, this, that.
They were surprised.
The nurses. Yes, I was working, not with stick, not with anything, no aid. I was walking. I could climb the stair, this thing, Oga Steven, money good. That's what they were saying. So, I think, if you ask me, we still have a very long way to go. And if I am scared for almost every patient in Nigeria hospital, I'm scared.
You are scared for every patient in Nigeria hospital?
Yes, because you go in, you come out worse, and a lot of people.
You go in and then you come out worse.
You come out worse. Like I went in, I came out very bad, very, very bad, worse. By the day, the whole thing was degenerating. And if we had continued by now, you know.
What do you think would have happened to you by now?
Not even it would have been possible to, you know, get contact other, you know, ailment and everything. And the left leg is connected to your heart.
Yes.
It's very dangerous. So it was just God and.
So you could have been either an amputee
if they have put your left leg, you have. It's 50-50. The chance of surviving is very.
Very low.
Yeah.
And they would have amputated your leg for something that just took less than 2 weeks for the Indians to fix it.
Look, just a hole here and a hole here.
So these accusations of negligence against most Nigerian doctors, do you think it is far-fetched? Do you think it is something unrealistic? Something that is, you know, I mean, what's your own, you know, opinion?
I think the Nigerian doctors and the hospitals owner, because I went to a private hospital, they are just out for money. They're just out for money. From my experience, they are out for money, and it's like the painful thing is that they don't really know the work.
They don't know the work.
They don't know the work. They don't know what to do, because what I saw from the Indian people, they know what they were doing. They are sure of what they are doing. They said, if this treatment does not address your complaint for which you came here, come for a reform. So they are so sure, and they signed. No Nigerian doctor will be bold enough. Even the Nigerian doctors, they take your money whether you get
whether the person dies. In fact, when the patient dies, they will collect money in the mortuary. They will insist before you collect the corpse, you must pay everything. Everything. I had a case. Okay, I can't talk about cases I have done. So
it's very painful that.
Oh man!
It's like if I was to make a policy for the Nigerian doctors,
yes,
I would say after you have treated,
yes,
and we have positive result,
yes,
or we have good result, or the person gets well,
yes,
when they pay you, not when you just give any treatment,
like a no-win. No fee.
Yes.
No healing, no fee.
Yes. So after, if they could say, okay, like I came to the hospital for that work, or for the healing of my bone, or for the joining of my broken bone. I never saw that, and they took close or more than $1 million from me.
And
if I had to look at the transport,
it today.
They didn't even say, "Oh, we're sorry."
Well, I don't know how long we have done on this video, whether it will be too large, you know. But I mean, I'm just broken, you know, hearing your story. I'm just broken because I can imagine how many people have had, you know, their legs or their limbs, vital organs amputated, removed due to the negligence, you know, of a doctor who didn't know what he was doing, and yet he was, you know, collecting money. Pay.
Yes.
You know, so we are going to, you know, probably find time to do a second edition where we'll have those X-rays and have those, you know, results, those reports, you know, and then the one you said the doctors gave you in India, the discharge, you still have it.
Yes.
You can bring it also, so that let's show it to people, so that they will know that these things are not made up. And the purpose really is to get the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria to rise up and insist, and the Nigerian people insist that the doctors do the proper things and not just, you know.
Let me tell you another story.
Yes.
Here in Benin. Last year.
Yes.
Last year, I think it should be around September or so. A lady, they ran into a vehicle ran into Keke Napep with a lady.
It's a tricycle.
A tricycle. Yeah.
Okay.
She had 7 fractures.
Okay.
And she was admitted in one of these hospitals here in Benin.
Okay.
I don't know if I can measure the name.
No, just
okay. In Benin here. So when I came there, I saw the lady. I told her, I said, look. These people, they won't do anything. It will be better for you if you can go to India. And she said, no, they've given me time that they say I'll walk. So we waited. When the time came and she put her leg down, even the iron, they were coming out of.
They were protruding.
Yes, they're protruding from her flesh.
Oh my goodness.
So you know what? And I came back again. I told the husband, I said, discharge this lady. She will die here if you don't discharge her. He discharged the lady, and we were able to help her to facilitate an invitation to that same hospital.
Yes.
You know what? She came back. I think in April. She came back in April. She's walking now.
She's walking now.
7 fractures, 5 and 2 on both legs. She's walking now.
How she's not the woman that sells food somewhere?
At
Water Resources.
Yes.
I know the woman. She sells very nice food. I like her food.
At Water Resources.
She's walking. Yes.
She's walking now. She's walking.
She told me her story.
She had 7 fractures.
I told her, go sue the people, man. But that's a different matter.
She had 7 fractures. She's walking.
Oh, man.
Now she's walking. She's able to walk. And if she had continued in Nigeria, there have been different stories. Because she was having pus and all these things. Right. But she went to India. As we speak now, she's walking. I even saw her yesterday. She's able to walk.
Well, like I said, we're going to try and we need to invite you back so that we get all those documents and be able to show them to the viewers so that they can understand that this is not. But now you have gone to India, you know, like you said, you facilitated for that lady.
Yeah.
Any of our viewers who's watching and they are at a critical point when they need to, you know, seek alternative treatment, you know, in India. Can you help to facilitate, you know, that way? I mean, you understand what I mean?
It's just a mail. You see, that even in Nigeria, if you send them mail, and within their working hours,
you send them email.
Yes. They'll reply you. Yes, it's just send them a mail. They'll reply you. They'll send the invitation. You take the invitation to their embassy, and the doctors in the embassy, or they see your condition. They give you visa.
And that's it.
That's it. Just a mail. You just go to their website, also send them a mail. That you see, I was involved, but they try to see the condition.
Yes.
And you go and get an elsewhere. You burn it into a CD.
Okay.
And you send it to them. They will now evaluate it, look at them.
Okay.
Now they'll tell you what it may likely cost you as you come.
They'll give you some costs,
Yes,
appraisal.
So that you know how you prepare and come.
But the summary of it is, if any viewer, needs some facilitation, you can help.
It's not difficult at all.
Okay, no, all I want is that you can, help, because sometimes what you consider so simple for someone else might be, oh my God, how do I get out of this? So, because sometimes there may be money, they may not know who to call, where to go, what to do, and they may be in one hospital, maybe even watching this this program, or maybe someone shared it to them, and they're thinking, okay, look, I heard about Apollo, but how do I get there? Because there was a time when if somebody had asked me, he wanted to do kidney, whatever, he needed some dialysis, and he was asking me, oh, can you help me facilitate, in the UK, you go to UK regularly, but I mean, I didn't know what to do, because I've never had that experience of, going to hospital in the UK. I just go to med treatment, but to get a doctor that does dialysis and all that, but you have, gone through the process, So, I would recommend anybody, if you want to go to India, you are watching, and our phone number, the phone number of Pinnacle TV is on the screen. You can call, and then we can link you up with Mr. Stephen Odidi Stephen, to assist, to make your way to India to get proper medical. The Nigerian doctors actually wake up. So, if you enjoyed this video, share it, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and then if you have any comments, if you disagree with anything he has said, leave your comment there. If you agree, leave your comment there. If you have experience you want to share with the world, don't hide it. If you have an experience with a Nigerian doctor you want to share with us or share with the world, please let us know. Mr. Odidi, thank you very much for coming on the show, and we hope we can see you again some other time.
No problem.
That's how it's been. Cheers. 24 hours, 7 days a week. You can find your favorite program, Law and You, only on Pinnacle TV.